There's this annual conference in Fargo, North Dakota. I've gone to it twice now. It happens in May. It's one of the most unique events I've ever been to, not just because it's usually a very small group of people, but it's also the kind of people that are there. This past May was no different. The speaker lineup included people who had done incredible things and were working toward even more incredible things, like building housing and schools for children in need in other countries. There's this one guy that started a new type of educational college program out of Chicago, all in an effort to make sure that students are getting real experience and not having to lose a bunch of money in the process, but also gaining real skills at the same time, not just sitting in classrooms for 8 hours a day. So I'm listening to this one guy talk about his new project, building schools and raising money to build these schools in another country for kids that have never even used crayons before. In fact, he says when they start playing with the crayons and trying to color with them, they break them in their hand because they're so unused to how to use them and even what it's like to hold a crayon. Suddenly, I find myself tearing up, not only because of the amazing work that this person and the people around him are doing, and of course all of the other speakers that I had been listening to in the previous day and earlier that day, but I start crying because I start questioning and doubting myself. I'm sitting there taking notes and writing down inspirational quotes from these people who are literally changing the world. And I'm thinking, I'm just traveling around the country eating food and talking about that. How is that really making any difference for anyone? Part of me thought I'm not doing enough. Yes, I'm passionate about food. And yes, I've talked to many people who feel that the passion projects that I've been pursuing have impacted them greatly. But I wasn't hearing that message. I just kept hearing my own voice, saying that I wasn't enough, that what these other people were doing mattered more, and that I need to do something else. I've talked about this with more than one friend, and even though I'm getting emotional about it now, the emotion isn't coming from necessarily a place of still believing like I'm not doing enough. It's accepting myself and accepting that yes, following this crazy passion that I have that seems undeserving at times of people's kindness is okay because it's unique to me. I may not be building water wells in other countries or building schools yet, but I am living a life that I truly feel is making a difference. And while at times it may be easy to believe for myself that it could even be a selfish project, at the end of the day, it's a lot of work, and it's coming from a place of truly feeling motivated by saving animals, by saving the lives of my friends and other people, human animals, and their health, and by helping the environment, by hopefully reducing the amount of people who are supporting factory farming. I think this project and this work I've been doing, this traveling around the country to share this weird thing I did and living in a van, and I think it's bigger than I know. And today's vlog isn't about asking for your support or to reaffirm what I'm doing. It's to simply show you that while I've been sharing largely a side of the journey that's really fun, the food, the people, the constant travel, which I enjoy, there's also this other side of it that's a bit heavier, and I give a lot of thought to what I'm doing. This emotion is coming from a place of acceptance, of believing in myself and believing that what I do is making a difference, not just for other people and hopefully even more than that, but also for myself. I alluded to it yesterday in the vlog about being alone, and that's one very small piece of all that I've gained from this project. Please know that if you're ever feeling like you're not enough, if you are feeling fulfilled, if you're doing something and working on something that you know deep down is right for you, then it is absolutely okay. By following the things that we are most passionate about, even if they seem out of left field, even if they seem at first glance like they are only self-serving, the truth of the matter is there's something to be said for the variety in the world, and that is nothing to to look down upon. Keep doing what you do because you are so very important to this world. What you love and what you believe in does matter. And you are affecting the lives of the people around you, even if you can't see it yet. Okay, now I've got to finish doing some freelance work, and then I'm going to dinner tonight with my hosts here, the people that own this place that I'm staying in. Just had a great dinner with Larice. Now I'm going to settle in a little bit, do some video editing, and then call it a night. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the kind of cry-ish video from today. And please remember to eat well and travel often. I'll see you tomorrow.